So the next one, guys, is not building in a contingency to your budget. So what do I mean by that? Well, everybody, again, they look through the world with rose-colored glasses on, and they don't realize that things happen. They really do happen in the investment business a lot. And by that, I mean maybe the deal you think you're going to buy it on January the 1st, get it rehabbed by February the 1st, go to market and have it sold and cashed out by March the 1st. Yeah, that probably ain't going to happen. You know, it may take 3 months, 6 months, it might take a year to sell your property based on various things. I just went through that on a property up here in far north Dallas area. The house dropped $100,000 in value. What should have taken a month and a half to sell took almost a year. And if you don't have the ability to handle and carry that property, you might lose it. And that really costs you. Or you screw up your rehab estimate. You don't put the budgets in there for that cost overrun because things happen. I always tell people that when you look at a rehab budget, guys, you're going to win on some and come in under budget. You're going to come in over budget. And you hope that in the greater scheme of things, you break even across the board. But again, that's the greater scheme of things. You have to expect and anticipate things to happen because in real life, they really do. And it can affect you out there along the way. So the next one, again, is, as I just mentioned, is your time frames and your holding costs. Again, everybody thinks that their house is the best house in the world. It's going to move the quickest and the greatest way out there. And it doesn't. And the problem is you don't build in, as I said earlier, those contingency strategies maybe. You know, what do you do if you put the house on the market and it's not moving? You just let it sit and you just keep writing that check every month for interest carry, taxes, insurance, utilities, yard maintenance, etc.? I don't know. Or do you lease the property? Do you consider refinancing and selling it with seller financing? You need to have these in your back pocket to expect and anticipate things because it will happen to you. And I will tell you, all of those have happened to me numerous times over the years that are out there. Contractors. Oh my gosh, guys. I talked to so many investors who have paid their contractors up front, and the next day they are long gone, and that money is gone with them. So now you just spent 50% more in your rehab because you paid them 50% up front. No. Learning how to control and use money is important. Vetting people is important. It's okay to give somebody a little bit of something for materials, or go buy the materials for them is even better. But picking the bad contractor, the wrong contractor, who will either steal your money, do a terrible job, meaning you have to go back in and redo it because you thought you got the cheapest guy out there, those kind of things happen in real life. Find good people. Talk to people in the industry. Get good referrals. It's worth it. It adds up along the way. This next one is one I just heard about the other day over in the Fort Worth area here of DFW, and it's permits and things you need to have. A lot of investors want to pirate in their properties and not get permits. You know, each city has different requirements. Some may want a permit for a roof, for windows, for a fence, water heaters. They want permits for HVAC, this, that, everything. Yeah, it's a way to make money for the city. Some aren't as bad as others, but they all want to see that. So if you're doing work that requires a permit and the city comes by, boom, you get a stop work order. The next problem is how long will it take to get the permit so you can start work again? If you violate those orders, they could shut you down completely, take you to court. We don't want that to happen. That costs time and money. There's a deal in Fort Worth right now, I heard, where they came in, they took the roof off to redo the roof line, had the whole thing finished, failed to get a permit. Now, guys, that's a pretty major permit issue on framing. They did nothing, hoping that they wouldn't get caught. They got caught. House has been sitting there now for 5 months while they're going through this process, dealing with the city and the issues. And who knows what the city is doing? Are they intentionally slowing things down because these guys were stupid and trying to take advantage? Maybe. But you need to be smart. There's a time and place to do all those kind of things. And on those big items, it's not worth not doing things right. pull your permits, take care of things. It costs a little bit more money. The job moves on. You don't run the risk of loss. It's a way to be more intelligent in our business. Now, the next one is one I tell every investor is probably the number one mistake most investors make. That is, they put too much money in the property. They all think that they're going to live in this house. It's going to be their homestead, and they want it the way they want it. You start moving walls, doing this, doing that, and all of a sudden that $30,000 construction budget is now $60,000, and now your profit just went poof because you just put it all in the property. It might make it sell a little bit quicker, but you don't get any more money for it. You've got to learn in this business that middle ground, how to, I call it eliminating the negatives, but not necessarily accentuating the positives. Have your house be neat, clean, and livable. Now guys, every style of a home is a little bit different, and price range is what I'm really talking about. What you do to a home that is $200,000 in value is nowhere near what you do to a home that might be $1 million in value. The quality, the craftsmanship has to change immensely in the higher end property versus the lower end property. And even in the middle range property, there's a different level as well. You don't need to go over the top like that $1 million home, but you can't go the same quality as you do in that $200,000 house. And it's a very learned thing that you have to go through and do. And so many investors, the first time out of the chute, I see that happening every time. They have overspent along the way. So the next one deals more with a resale issue and a resale scenario. And that is one where you're getting the marketing ready to go, and you've got either a bad write-up, you got bad pictures, and it just flatly doesn't look good. If it doesn't look good in your pictures, what is somebody going to think? Are they going to drive out just to see if your pictures are good or bad? No! They may just gloss on it, over it, and go to the next property. Take a little bit of time, find the right people, get the good information, and take care of things out there along the way, because that will help minimize your marketing time. If you minimize your marketing time, you're saving money on interest carry, taxes, etc. along the way. And lastly is your exit strategies. So many investors get into a deal and they go into it in a singular mindset with one exit strategy. We're going to buy it, fix it up, sell it retail, no problem, it's going to work great, we're going to make a ton of money. Got it. We all hope it works that way. Sometimes it does. A lot of times it doesn't. The problem is you haven't thought about that what if factor, and what if it doesn't sell? Do I just keep sitting on it? Do I just keep dropping the price? And now am I losing money, or how much money am I going to lose? Or do I come up with another option? Do I lease the house out, sit on it until the market changes and things improve? Maybe. You might lose a little bit of money leasing the house versus the other way. Okay. Maybe that's better than losing tens of thousands of dollars. Maybe you refinance it, you do a seller finance, and you sit on it for years and years and years, paying your loans down so you can now recoup all that over time. Every deal is a little bit different, but it is a terrible mistake. And I always tell investors, always be thinking multiple exit strategies. If one way isn't working, you have to stop and change. If you do not change with the times as things are moving and changing, you will dry up and blow away and lose money. And we are all in this business not to lose money, but to make money. Guys, I hope you found the video a little bit helpful, the tips good to listen to a little bit. If you did, take a minute and like the video, please. If you have any questions about any of this, take a minute and write them down below. We'll do our best to answer those for you. We hope you join us on our YouTube channel. We'll see you all next time.